Accueillons belle. Portrait sensible. Un podcast réalisé par Fabien Eck.
Do you remember Binic? Black and red lips. Do you remember Binic? Blue skies, shift lips. Do you remember Binic? Black eyes, sweet lips. Ooh.
Well, yes, we remember Binic, those feverish days and sultry, generous, intoxicating nights. And to kick off a new series of episodes blending Basque, American, and Australian artists, let's welcome for this second episode the queen of the Binic Folk Blues Festival, Australian artist Cash Savage. She's the one who electrified the crowd, broke through even the most reluctant soul, and reminded us that we do indeed have a soul, just like in The Double Life of Veronique, that haunting film by Polish director Krystof Kieslowski. Robert Smith of The Cure once sung Boys Don't Cry. Well, even Ludo, the festival's organizer himself, shed a tear in the face of such radical, venomous beauty. Cash Savage will be performing solo this Friday, August 8th, 2025 in an exceptional concert at Théâtre Colombelle in Giverny, right where painter Jean Monet captured the famous water lilies, which you can now admire at the Musée de l'Orangerie in Paris. But before we dive into a tender, intimate interview with Cash Savage, let's rewind into a moment in time, a live recording from her 2017 performance at Binic with The Last Drinks. Here's Run with the Dogs. Are you ready to plunge into this deliciously sultry ocean? Watch out, episode 2, here we go.
We love you. Hey, this is our last song in Europe. After this, we go home. So this is it for us. So I'm so glad that it gets to be with you guys. I couldn't imagine a better bunch of people to have my last song in Europe for this year. So thank you to you guys.
Thank you!
Hey, and before we start, a massive thanks to Ludo. Some of you know him, some of you don't. He's a fucking champion. And the same goes to Seb from Beast. Without those two men, we would not be here. So, if you ever see him, buy him a beer. Give him a beer, give him something. I think get Ludo a shot. Probably get Seb a shot too. Anyway, thank you so much. The doors are broken. Come to take me home. They cut a path over the hills, and through the hills you run. Settling for the coast.
great. I'm very happy because we are in Binic, but it's special day for me to be with Catch Savage, because I saw you the first time here. It was in 2018.
Yeah, December.
It was
2017.
Yeah. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible because it was the first time I saw Ludo crying, you know, and the song about the Cure, Boys Don't Cry, but Ludo at the end of the show with running with the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
It was emotionally very, very, very strong. And everybody, when you're leaving the stage, a broken heart.
Yeah, a lot of people cried that. A lot of people cried, and actually at a lot of our shows, people cry. So much so that I now have a tattoo on my arm of a French man crying, because so many shows that we come to, for whatever reason, people feel able to be emotionally vulnerable, and I love it. To me, it's very special to be a part of that.
So, Cash, what was your relation to art, cinema, poetry, as a child?
So
Music?
my mother is a painter.
What's the name of your mother?
My mother, Jane Savage,
okay.
is a painter and a visual artist, and my father is a musician, Frank Savage, and so I always had art around me. It's hard to answer a question like that because I was always encouraged to be creative, and so it was just always there. It was just part of life.
Okay, but your own way. What's your first introduction to art, artistic shock, when you decide to do something with your voice, your hand?
When or why or I don't know. Okay, both. I started playing guitar when I was 11, and we moved to Melbourne when I was a teenager, and as I'm sure a lot of people know, Melbourne is a very musical city, and there's a huge community around music, and so I, of course, not just because of my family, but just because of the way my social scene was, wanted to be a part of that community, and so I played music. I wanted to be in bands. I started bands when I was a teenager. They weren't very good, but wanted to be in bands. I love being on stage, and I really enjoy writing music and being a musician, and I love the studio, but I also love the performance. I love all of it. So now it's hard for me to look back and be like, what was the one thing that was the turning point in my life towards it, but it was just sort of always there, and I don't really know why I did it.
About your voice, do you love your voice?
I love my voice, yeah.
Yeah, because it's something you talk to me, but when you are singing, it's something different. When you're singing, it's someone else, maybe?
Yeah, it's not someone else. It's like, I write almost all the lyrics, and especially these days I write most of the songs. It's just how I feel like I'm expressing myself in the moment. Like I guess what I really love about my voice is that I know that whatever I want from it, it will do that, and so I can, there's songs like Run with the Dogs where I sing really low, and it's soft at the start, and then it goes quite big,
incredible.
But then in like Pack Animals, it's quite nasal, and it's all head voice, and it's a very different sort of voice. And same with like Keep Working at Your Job. I know that my voice, as I've got to learn my voice as an instrument, I know that it's really versatile, and I really love that.
Okay, composing music, it's okay, but for lyrics, do you have a favorite writer?
Like author? or not. I mean, how do you choose a favorite around? I've just really recently got into a lot of the Russian classics, but
Dostoevsky.
but I go through phases of different things. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say I have a favorite writer, but I definitely love to consume the written word in different ways, not just through songs. Yeah. There's a poet actually who just died, and I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, but she was amazing. But look, honestly, there's a lot of stuff I read that I don't know about favorites.
Okay, for the last LP, So This Is Love, where does inspiration come from?
Oh, well, that one, my marriage broke down, and we were coming out of all of the fucking shit lockdowns and all of the stuff around COVID, and my marriage fell apart. But it was me evaluating what love is to me, which is why So This Is Love is almost a question, you know, like it's like, what is it? Because love doesn't have to be this forever thing to be special. It can be this moment. It can be love of a family member. It can be love of a friend. It can be love of your partner. It's all these other things. And so So This Is Love was a reflection on what love is to me.
Do you have any, because you're a band, Cash Savage and Like Drinks, do you have any habits before going on stage?
Yes.
Because it's for the public, when we saw you, it's incredible. It's a gang.
We are a gang, yeah. Yeah, we're a family, and I will say, being here in Binic, without them, I'm missing them all so much. But yeah, we have a champagne. We pop a bottle of champagne, and then pour it into 7 glasses, and then we do a toast before we go on stage. I'll usually say something to the band. Sometimes it might just be a few words, maybe sometimes it's a bit longer, but we will have a toast together, and then we will go on stage. Just before we go on stage, we always do that.
7 glasses.
7 glasses. It's not a huge amount of champagne, you know, but it's just or sparkling wine. When we're in France, we're very lucky we get champagne, or sparkling wine. But yes, we have to put the wine across the 7 glasses, and then champagne across the 7 glasses, and then have a toast.
Okay. And are you happy to play in France?
Oh, I love being in France. I love playing in France. I love, as we were saying, there's an emotional connection to the music here that I just really appreciate. And even though there seems to be a language barrier, the language doesn't seem to matter. The music is enough for us to connect. And I really love French crowds. I love being in France.
Music is connecting because we don't understand everything you say on stage, but the music is very strong.
Yeah.
And what is your main feeling when you're on stage with French people? Is it different from other public?
There's a deep feeling of appreciation of the connection that's happening. We all talk about it, that we feel like it's a big thing to come all the way from Australia. And now we know that when we come to France that we're going to have these crowds that are going to be there. But when we first started coming to France, actually it was 10 years ago this year, we played our first ever show in France in Lorient, and we didn't think that there would be, you'd think who's going to be there, and then people came and they were singing the song, and the connection that existed even in that first show was just, it's still really special to me. And then now that we get to come here, we just did 10 shows in France in March, and the rooms were like lots of sold out shows, and there's a really big tour for us, and there's a connection there with the audience here that we really feel, and we really appreciate it. Like there's something incredibly settling, and I really love it.
Okay, we are going back in Australia, but your family, Australia is a special country because colonization by the English.
It's not that special. Heaps of countries were colonized by the English.
Yeah,
Yes.
but your grandparents, a long time ago, where did they come from?
They're mostly Irish.
Irish, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Irish
heart.
on both my mother and father's side, it's Irish and Irish English.
Okay. What's the political climate in Australia?
I mean, I guess it depends who you ask. We've got we've got the more left-wing government in, but we have a crisis in housing at the moment. There's not enough houses for people. Our government isn't active enough on what's happening over in Palestine. They chicken shits. I don't know if that's a French term, but they won't stand up to the Israeli government, and so there is some distress, I guess, about that. But yeah, I mean that's a big question. But for me right now, I'm pretty disappointed in the government, and I'm pretty disappointed in our leaders for how they've approached what's happening in Palestine and Gaza. But I guess it's similar. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like even the left-wing parties in France are actually more centrist these days and not actually left. It's the same thing for us. It's like the left-wing parties are seen as extremists, and the current traditional left-wing parties are actually more centrist. So, yeah.
So, Cash, is being on stage a political act for you?
Yes. Yeah. But I'm a queer person, so every time I stand on stage, it's a political act. Regardless of if I sing about politics or if I sing about love, it's a form of resistance. Yeah, as a queer person, every time I stand on that stage, it's political.
Okay, we are talking about the cover of your of your album. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother was a painter.
So the artist's name is Biggin. I didn't. You mean for So This Is Love?
Ouais, but
Yep.
for the last
Yeah,
EP.
yeah.
ouais.
So he's a Melbourne artist, and I didn't know what to put on the cover, and one day I was lying on my floor and looking at my wall, and on my wall is a huge painting by him, and I was like, I should get him to do it. And so we talked about a few different ideas, and then he put that together. So if you get the vinyl and you open it out, all the inside part, that's all my handwriting, all the lyrics, that's all my handwriting, and I designed that part. But the cover is actually quite a large painting, which he still has. We don't quite know what to do with it. We figure that one day we might auction it off or something. But yeah, it's actually quite a large painting, the cover, and it's out there as an existing painting.
Okay. Do you believe in redemption?
Yes. I think we have to believe in redemption. I mean, I do think that there are some acts that are pretty difficult to redeem from. So I'm not saying that that's a blanket statement that everything can be redeemed. But I do believe that we have to accept that all of us can learn, and we all, because we all have the ability to learn, that if someone has done something, then we should have the expectation that they can learn and then allow them to do that, and redemption can come from that. But there are some irredeemable acts, like genocide. I'm not sure if you can redeem yourself from that, but maybe being a bit of a jerk on a night to one of your mates, yes, you can redeem yourself from that, But so I think there's a sliding scale of redemption.
In a French movie, his name is La Note Bleue. It's a last day between Frédéric Chopin and the writer George Sand. George Sand said, when the sky is empty and my heart is aching and I don't understand of anything, in your own life, Cash, how you can supporter ou how you can still living with when the sky is empty, your heart is aching.
I think that for me, there is a inherent beauty in the world that we live in, and there's two things. That one, you have to allow yourself to see the world around you, like looking out at this ocean here. There's meaning in that. That you can find meaning in life by looking at that and just absorbing and enjoying the beauty of that. And then I also think that the only thing that we have in our life that we can control is our own reactions to the world. And so through that, it's the same thing, that even when there is seemingly nothing left, that you need to be able, that you are the only person who can make the decision on how you will move through that and how you will react to that situation. But there is an inherent beauty in the world around us, and there is, I don't know, I actually also don't really particularly feel that life is particularly meaningful, but I think one person's meaning might be in another person's enjoyment. I find enjoyment in life, and I find enjoyment in this world. I find the enjoyment in the humans and the love, and I think that I find an inherent joy in the world.
Okay. How do nature and natural landscapes impact your heart on your life?
How did you answer? I have this question ready when I just answered that last. I just answered that. I'm like, how did that happen? And you're like a magician who has the number in the envelope. Like, what are you thinking of?
Sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. It's kind of amazing.
About tattoo. So it's a moment of your life, a tattoo in your skin.
Yeah, yeah. All of these ones, or
yeah. I saw in your arms.
I have tattoos on my arms. This arm here, I mean, tattoos can be meaningless and meaningful, whatever you want. But after COVID, every time I've gone overseas, I've got a tattoo on this arm, which is why, if you look at the photos of me from Binic in 23, I have much less tattoos on my arm. But I get a tattoo on this arm just as a bit of a reminder that there was a little bit of time where I couldn't travel overseas. Australians were all locked in Australia, and so now I get tattoos, and often I draw them. Half of the tattoos on my body, I've drawn them, and I just go into a place in a different city in the world and say, "Can you put this tattoo on me?" And they do, and I don't know. It feels like. Just a reminder that one, I am able to travel, and that also too that not to take life so seriously, Did you draw this one yourself? I did, yeah. That's my little still life.
Okay.
It's a wine on a stool.
That's your drawing.
Yeah, and that's a little wooden sword. Yep. there's a couple of others. So yeah, I'm getting a tattoo on Monday, just here. And but I have a tattoo here from Binic and one from La Rochelle over here, and Paris here. But this one's Leeds. This one's in New Zealand, Bali. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's a bit of a reminder that.
It's a travel map.
Yeah, it's a bit of a travel map, and it's kind of like this. My arm. It's a travel map. My arm changes as time goes by. Particularly, I see photos of myself a lot. Particularly this arm, because it's my microphone hand, and it changes, and I'm like, oh, that must be that must be 2023, because I didn't have this tattoo, but I didn't have that. I did have that one, so it's, I don't know. It's like, you don't take life too seriously, you know.
Okay. Last question. For the last LP, so this is love. What was the most difficult song to write?
Shake from the Heart was pretty hard.
The last of the LP.
It was the first song I wrote for the album, and I guess in the moment that I was writing it, like, I write bits of music all the time, but there's, at some point in my life, I feel the change that I'm going to start writing for a specific body of work. And when I started writing Shake from the Heart, I could feel that there was my wife and I were still together at that time, and I could feel that there was a movement in my emotions that was kind of scary, because I knew that, like, I was like, I'm going to write this song, and I'm not sure where I'm going with it. And then it took a long time, and many iterations of it for it to settle on the final version. And so I was sort of writing it the whole way through, writing all the other songs. And then we finally, actually, I think it probably was the last song to be finished as well. It was the first and the last song to be finished. First song to start, last song to finish. And so it was quite difficult, because I had this idea of where I wanted it to go, but it took a long time to actually get there. And I needed to actually accept that, like, you can't write a song like Shake from the Heart about a relationship that's solid, but I didn't want to accept that the relationship was broken. And so by the time I got to the end of the album, the relationship was gone, and so I could finish the song. So that was probably the hardest one.
Okay.
So I wanted to thank you for connection with people when you're on stage. Thank you for your music, and thank you for sharing your time with us.
No problem.
Thank you for sharing feelings and all those words.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for asking me good questions and somehow predicting the answers I was going to give. Yeah, thank you.
It's very kind for you.
I'm looking for an answer. You say the meds ain't helping. If I could bring you back to this moment, and we could share. Shake from the heart. I get it, you said it. And yeah, I know you're breaking up. I can't admit I'm helpless. I'm watching you fall apart. I feel it. I hear it. I feel it too. I'm listening.
Un grand merci à Pascal Marie pour m'avoir accompagné lors de cette interview et d'avoir posé des questions pour alimenter notre entretien avec Catch Savage. Alors vous avez pu entendre comme musique Do You Remember Binic du groupe No Noun Title et bien sûr Run with the Dogs et Shake from the Heart de Catch Savage and the Last Drinks. Vous pouvez aussi retrouver dans d'autres podcasts les éditions 2024 du Binic Folk Blues Festival avec Ben Corbett, alias Gentle Ben, et aussi Jamie Hutchings, et aussi The Kill Devil Hills. Alors la photo de Catch Savage a été prise par Stéphane Perrault, entretien texte d'introduction Fabien Eck, voix d'introduction et traduction Mathilde Lemaire, photo du visuel de Elle, celle par Philippe Lévy, prise de son, entretien et du plongeon dans la piscine Melville Egbelet, musique Adrien Desarrojo, création visuelle Stéphane Perrault. Elle vous dit bonjour ou bonsoir et vous dit à bientôt pour l'épisode 3.